Was good, y'all? Fats here with another banger. Today we got Skip and Shannon. Happy Monday, bruh. Obviously, y'all know we watch Skip and Shannon every single Monday here. Unfortunately, last week they were not airing. So on Monday was when Russell Westbrook actually got signed, and I watched a little first take segment. This is the first time they're going to be talking about Russell Westbrook to the Clippers. I want to watch the Clippers segment. They also have a Jake Paul segment that I want to watch. Obviously not going to watch all of the segments, like all the minutes of it, but a little bit of each, and then a little bit of the Lakers segment that they have. So we're going to watch Clippers segment, so Jake Paul one, and a little bit of the Lakers one. Like I said, they were off last week. Obviously, we do Skip and Shannon every Monday here, so expect it every single Monday. I feel like whenever they're off, the best shit happens. The game against the Kings with the Clippers was crazy, and then Russell got signed. I feel like whenever they're off, the best shit happens. So let's see what they have to say about it. This is their first time talking about it. Let's see.
Rightfully so, and I get it, Skip. He's
okay.
Not. When you look, I guess people
talking about
when it's all said and done, he will go down as one of these historically great players.
For sure.
Right now, people are not looking at him like a Larry Bird. They're not looking at him like a Wilt Chamberlain.
They're not.
Bill Russell.
They're disrespecting.
Men that have also won
They're disrespecting.
3 consecutive times, the MVP 3 consecutive years.
Yeah, 40, 17, and 10 yesterday. Holy shit, he's just going crazy.
That's the most
he's going crazy. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
He's just, I mean, he won the MVP.
I wonder if they have a separate segment for
and Kevin Porter and Porter Jr. wasn't there.
I wonder if they have a segment for just the Westbrook signing.
This year, he's putting up the same numbers. He's averaging a triple-double.
But I doubt it. It's fine. We'll rock with this.
He's the number one.
We'll rock with this.
I don't. I just. I don't see what's not to like about it.
I don't see it either. He's so nice. He's so good.
In the last 14 minutes of regulation and overtime, and those 2 offensive rebounds was huge. So for me, Skip, I think and the straw poll said that he's running away with this award. They had the straw poll, Skip, before the All-Star game, and he was running away with it.
Running away with it.
I don't see anybody that's pulling close. I don't see anybody that's close.
Yeah, I'm missing some games.
And I know your guy Joel Embiid had a nice game against the Boston Celtics, but on JT money. JT went down and busted him. But that's what the great ones can do. I keep telling you. Thank you.
JT didn't bust.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
19 total points, had a terrible shooting.
That's fine. And what did he do when it mattered most?
Grant Williams game. Hey, Marcus Smart did run a nice play.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
Bounce pass to him.
No, it was a good pass by Marcus.
Give me that, all them.
That was a good play too.
Then Joel Embiid did something I never thought I would see in my life.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
He just scored 41 with 10 rebounds. That's all. He shot a 3/4 court shot, 70 feet of shot.
So Paul George.
He shot it with one hand. He didn't baseball pass it, baseball throw it at the rim. He pushed it with one hand. Just
all right, bro. This isn't about Joel Embiid. We have that reaction up. Go check it out.
LeBron's last pick. It was between him and Laura Markkanen. Okay, it's like.
All right, they're making this about Jokic. I kind of want to hear what they got to say about.
You need 13, 15. You need 20. How many points you need, Skip? You need 40. How many assists you need, Skip? You need 15, 18. I can do it to you any kind of way you want it. Just tell me.
You need 15 out of 15 free throws, or maybe you need 19 and 19. Joel Embiid will do that for you.
Skip, man. I mean, hold up. Last time I'm trying to figure out how many.
Bench Russ. This was today, obviously. Bench in the fourth quarter.
21 shots.
Give Shannon react to Russ's.
40 points on 21 shots.
It's just.
He gave me 8 offensive rebounds, 10 assists. Hold up. You mean to tell me this man played 42 minutes, gave me 10 assists, and gave me 1 turnover? That man gave me 1 turnover, and how his usage rate is.
I don't know if it's a separate segment about Westbrook. Let's see.
PR is off the chart.
And that man and his team blew an 18-point first quarter lead and a 9-point lead going to the fourth quarter to my Clippers.
Let's go here. Let's see.
What am I missing?
Here we go. Here we go.
I just think the thing is, Skip, Russ.
So yeah, shout out to Jokic. Great.
I
just want to hear what they got to say about Russ with the Clippers.
Skip, you realize y'all giving up 310 points in 2 games?
Yeah. What happened to the defensive Clippers? What? They gave up.
That's crazy.
Against Sacramento. It was 153 all at the end of regulation. I'm saying, what happened to defense?
But Skip, you knew it was going to be a high-scoring game. At the half, it was 80-76. So if you just stayed on that pace, it was going to be 160 to 156. It ended up being what. So I'm looking. Hold on. Kawhi Leonard's supposed to be a defensive guy. Paul George supposed to be a defensive guy. Robert Covington doesn't even play anymore.
He's fallen completely out of the rotation.
Completely off. Mason Plumlee, Marcus Morris. I mean, All you guys, all these people keep telling me, oh, the defense, and you've given up all these points. Nah, Skip, I'm not going to put this on Russ. Look, I get it. The Lakers did get better because I think Vanderbilt,
Lakers definitely got better.
Beasley, and
Lakers definitely got better.
What they can give you in the place of Russ, plus at a fraction of the cost.
For sure.
But this loss the Clippers had last night, I ain't putting it on Russ. Okay. And I'm not going to allow you to put it on Russ because your team don't play any defense. And the guy that they subbed him for, that they put Eric Gordon in there for, he gave you.
I would have ran Russ, Norm Powell,
0 turnovers.
Paul George, Kawhi, and either Batum or Plumlee.
Let me see how many assists did the man give you.
How many?
He gave you 2 assists. So he gave you. The man gave you 2 assists. Russ gave you 4 assists, and he gave you 5 steals.
Okay, I'm not going to let you get away with trying to not let me get away with what I first guessed.
That's crazy.
I said when Paul George started making noise about we want Russ, I said no, you
Paul
don't.
George is like.
I first guessed.
He just be having these silly ass turnovers in the airballing sometimes. It just throws me off. Like,
and fifth guess it because
I don't know.
This is welcome to my worst nightmare. This is the team I picked to win it all. I still like the team minus Russell Westbrook. He is
a pretty good games.
A disaster of a nightmare for me because only in Hollywood could the LA Lakers figure a way out from under Russ. And the team in the basement at now what's called the Crypt would figure a way to add him on. He's
that's crazy.
You were stuck with him. You kept using the word, I'm stuck with Russ. Now they're stuck with him by their own hand. They chose him because they said.
I kind of like it. I don't know. Like so far, like he just looks nice in that Clipper uniform. Like
they went so typically.
I have a good feeling about it. I don't know.
Watch what we can do that you couldn't do with Russell Westbrook. They do have.
I don't know. It's a bit of both. Like I'm a little scared of them, and like it's like 60-40.
Hopefully we will.
I'm more on the positive side with Russ.
Ty Lue,
with the
you
Clippers,
and I agree, is at the top of the list of coaches.
That's not that much 60-40.
So somebody upstairs, and I don't know, it probably went all the way up to Steve Ballmer, the owner. Somebody said Ty Lue.
This is their first segment with Russ. They were off last week, so this is what I want to watch. I didn't really close to say about the Nuggets.
I'm not going to do what Darvin did. I'm going to start this man.
I know, but
he was a Clipper. He started.
But Skip, and plus,
in order for Russ,
you need a veteran ball club. Kawhi, veteran. Marcus Morris, veteran. Paul George, veteran. You look at Plumlee, a veteran. So, Skip, you need Utah ain't had no use because Utah a young team. They're like, nah, bro, you're not finna mess us up.
True.
And remember last year I said, Skip, the buyout market. What I was told, anybody that wanted to be a trade was going to buy him out because they didn't want him with a young team messing up what's going on there. That's what I was told.
Damn.
And lo and behold, what happened? He got bought out and what? Don't even worry about coming. We got this. We're going to try to find a way to get you to another destination.
Sheesh.
So think about how Russ made out here. He got to stay home in L.A.
Yes.
There's another team in L.A., but it's the Clippers.
Right.
It's the stepchildren.
Right.
Oh, I'll go play for them.
Right.
Oh, I can still drive my kids to school every morning. Yeah, you can. You can live at home. You don't have to do anything. And wait, I now get to be a starter for the Clippers? I don't even have to come off the bench.
Yeah, it's a W for Russ. W for Russ, even though he didn't play in the end, though.
Until Ty Lue says, you know what, I don't like the feel of this game. Because once he did...
I got to figure out his lineups, bro. I think that's what it is. Like, he just has so many players, just got to figure out the right one. And I believe it's Russ, Norm Powell, Paul George, Kawhi, and either Batum or Plumlee. Depending on the situation.
Against Sacramento.
That's what I believe it is. And if Russ is doing ass, then you take out Russ. But I feel like Norm Powell, Paul George, and Kawhi have to be in it. They have to.
On the floor, even though, to your point, on the stat sheet it said Eric Gordon was doing nothing. Well, somehow, Ty Lue said, I like the nothing because Kawhi's doing everything and Paul George is chipping in. And we got him going because he wasn't going for the first 3 quarters. And all of a sudden, they get all the way to overtime, and they hit the wall. And to your point, I don't disagree. Once you try Russ, you might as well use Russ.
Yes.
And you could have used him to reach.
That's what they got to say about Russ. What do y'all think about Russ with the Clippers, man? So far, they're 0-2, so it hasn't been the greatest. But let's go ahead and see what they gotta say about Jake
We
Paul.
understand him upside down,
We got the reaction
but
of
they're writing
yesterday.
us off before we get to this.
I'm definitely interested to see what they gotta say with this one. And then we'll watch a little bit of that Lakers segment, the largest comeback this season. Got that reaction up yesterday too. Call it a day. Later today, I got an NBA discussion video dropping actually. So make sure to stay tuned for that about a certain team that's going to win the championship.
It was a split decision loss to Tommy Fury. Paul did get a knockdown in the 8th and final round, but not.
If he hadn't been able to box, he would have gotten annihilated by a young man named Tommy Fury, who was even more impressive to me than Jake Paul was yesterday. Tommy Fury is legit. He is the truth.
I think
That's what they call this bout.
I think
Tommy
so.
Fury is
Tom Fury impressed me yesterday.
Paul.
He's actually a good boxer.
Stronger than Jake Paul.
Really good.
He's a chip off
He's
his
really good.
half brother's block.
You know?
Tyson Fury's block.
Yeah, you credit where credit is due.
He's
I still
tough,
believe in Jake.
He's skilled. He's
But
agile,
you gotta give credit
and
to
he's going to be a
Tommy, 'cause
handful
he came out of
because
this thing.
Jake Paul had the right for a rematch, and he called for his right in the ring after, although he was very humbled in the post-fight interview. And he says, I'm going to run it back, and I'm going to beat him the next time. I don't know if he can beat him the next time because Tyson Fury is legit.
Tommy
Fury is.
No, he don't want no parts of Tyson.
Hey, listen, Tyson is 1,000 times legit because every time I watch him, I get
Tyson
more
might be the
impressed.
best of it.
The point is, it looked to me like Jake Paul had assumed command of this fight in rounds 2 and 3. You can check my timeline. And guess what happened after the 3rd round? We got 2 big grand promoting brothers here. We got Jake and we got Logan Paul. They gave the ringside mic, the PA system mic, to Logan Paul in the front row after round 3.
No way.
I've never seen this done in any other big stakes fight. Have you ever seen anybody get on the microphone? It just doesn't happen. It's not the way business is done. But he gets on the mic and he calls out Tommy Fury, who's sitting in his corner getting ready for the 4th round. And he calls him the B word, and he calls his whole family, "You're all a bunch of Bs." Well, this is the wrong place, the wrong time. So Logan Paul is promoting Logan Paul at the expense of his brother, who's about to have to go into the 4th round against Tommy Furious because he came out angry, as he should have, as you would have. You would have been like, you want to talk about relighting your fire? He comes out and he pummeled Jake Paul in round 4. He
Tommy did his
round
thing.
4
There's no
the way
doubt
he
about it.
did no
Tommy did
round
his
of the
thing.
fight. And to Jake's credit, he hung in. He's a tough kid. He hung in, he took his punishment, and he started to regain control of the fight. They only went 8 rounds. The ring was only 18 feet, so it's small, so you can't, there's no running and hiding here. And yet, in the 8th round, Jake Paul did score a knockdown.
Yeah.
It was with the little left hook, and he got it.
Really
and there
nice.
was a little bit of slippage going on. I'm not saying it was a rock'em sock'em knockdown because it wasn't, but he caught him flush.
It was a knockdown. It was a knockdown.
Tommy lost his balance a little bit. He did go down.
Right
and
place,
was
right time,
scored
I mean.
as a knockdown.
Right.
So I thought that would be enough to slightly carry the fight in Jake Paul's favor, but it was not. I'm not going to rant and rave about it because it was so incredibly close. And the referee twice lost control of the fight to me.
It was
just
close.
because there was too much clutching and grabbing and bear hugging going on and too much wrestling going on.
It was a close
He
fight.
deducted
It was a
2
close
points from
fight.
Jake Paul. I guess for the clinches, I couldn't really tell what it was.
Well,
And that cost
It was
him
really close.
probably in the end on the scorecards just enough that he lost it in a split decision.
Look, Skip. No, I don't think Jake Paul was wrong. Skip, I look at Jake Paul as a novelty. I mean, normally when you're trying to fight,
I think Jake Paul is good to go, though, man.
you fight other guys that are in the fight game.
Okay.
Skip, you don't fight other YouTubers. You don't fight guys that are retired at a different sport. You fight boxers.
I agree.
When Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray,
I agree with that,
but
now, like, Jake built up his career doing that, and now he's trying to fight a boxer and he lost.
Is
But like,
a YouTube product.
Yeah.
That's what.
if he wasn't a YouTube product and
So
was doing it the way he did it, though, I feel like people would have
He
different,
did
you
get to
know.
this moment of truth, and I thought he stood up well for himself.
Yeah, but Skip, I'm not knocking the man's hustle. The man has made himself a lot of money.
He has.
Doing it this
A
way.
lot.
I don't fault the hustle, but I look at it for what it is. But Skip, if you look at the punch stat, Fury was
Many more punches, but
and the landed punches, and the harder punches.
okay, but the best
It was.
shots of
He
the
dominated
fight
this
were
time.
delivered by Jake Paul. Trust me. 3 or 4 of the best shots, Jake Paul.
Okay, Skip, but Fury was more busy. He threw averaged 49 punches to 24
Damn.
per
I really wanted Jake to win. I'm not gonna lie. I really want Jake to win.
38
Fair play.
11 landed per 8 rounds.
I got it.
And Jake Paul was averaged 20 punches.
This is fast.
Damn. But whenever I think of an ad, like, it always happens, bro. It just pisses me off. But let me know who y'all think. Y'all think it was a fair decision? That Foundation commercial? Yeah. Let me know if y'all think it was a fair decision. Let me know.
Strong 6 landed. Fury landed more jabs. I just thought he was the busier of the fighters. He looked better of the fighters. He actually looked like a fighter. Now, that's not this Skip. I mean, it's not like he's a world beater either, because you look at the guys that he's fought.
All right, let's go ahead and finish this off with the Lakers segment. Go ahead and watch that.
That didn't show me. They won 3 games in a row and they played well, but I saw LeBron hobble. LeBron James is not the same player prior to this injury that he was before.
LeBron was hobbling. There ain't no doubt about it. He was hobbling.
He's going to the rim. That wouldn't even attempt to block LeBron James' shot. Look, I don't believe they beat a contending team. I think the Mavericks are very good. They have 2 outstanding players. They don't defend the basketball, and that's how the Lakers were able to get back into the game, is because they don't defend. And so when you start jacking up shots, or you miss those 3-point shots that was going down early, and then all of a sudden you have a 27-point lead, you take those ill-advised shots and you let the team get back in.
These leads at this point in the NBA,
and you hear D-Ham talk about that. Hey, make them guard. Let's see if they can guard without fouling. Well, they couldn't. They put them on the line. The Lakers made some free throws and got themselves back into the ball game. But I'm looking at LeBron, Skip, and I think everybody can see he's hobbled. He doesn't have the same explosiveness. And I noticed it that night when he broke the record against the OKC Thunder. Every time he came out of the game, he took that shoe off. He's continued to do that. They have the Theragun, and they're working on the bottom of that foot. It looks like the arch. It doesn't look like the
I guess you can say this is true,
like
but
arch. Something is going on with the bottom
with
of
that being said, it's still some of the greatest peak of all time. Like, with that being said,
they cannot contend for a title with LeBron being less than 90%. Anthony Davis was a monster yesterday. That's the AD that I need to see. 30 and 15.
Oh, we gotta get that though.
Played great defense on Luka Doncic. Challenged everything. Jumped out in the passing lanes. 15 points, 17 rebounds, 4 or 5 steals. You can live with that. But I'm not about to all of a sudden say, okay, I got my playoff tickets already lined up, because I don't believe that. I'm going to need to see more, and I'm not going to know. I need to see LeBron James helped over the next month. Because what they got, 22 games, 22 games, 21, 22 games?
2 left now after yesterday.
22 games left.
22 games left.
I need to see LeBron. It's just hard considering the way he was hobbled yesterday, and to watch him leave that stadium, man, it's just hard to see that LeBron is going to be able to play every single game moving forward. So no, I do not believe as of right now with LeBron James' help, they can win it all.
I'm shocked by that. You did predict going into the All-Star break that over their final 23 games post-break, they would go 16-7 was your prediction. And I upped you one on that. I went 17-6, and I am standing by 17-6. And LeBron James felt healthy enough, empowered enough, emboldened enough that coming out of the break, he called the last 23 games the most important of any 23 he's ever played in the regular season.
They have a pretty decent schedule.
Whoa! Well, then he thinks he's pretty good, because I don't think he's going to make a statement like that if he thinks he's handicapped.
No, Skip. He said these are the most important because he can't make the playoff if they're not important.
Well, that's a fact.
Okay.
But again, I think he's playing from a position of strength, and I can't get it straight. I hear on the ESPN telecast it's his hand, then it's his foot, then it's his hand, it's his foot, it's his ankle, or it's his underfoot. I don't know which one it is. I guess he's just beat all to hell.
Well, you saw in the All-Star game, he tried to block a shot, and he went up there and he jammed his finger.
All right, boys. I'm going to end it off here. There's to talk about LeBron injury. Obviously, it's a whole segment, but appreciate the support. Make sure to subscribe. Catch you on next week on Monday with Skip and Shannon. Obviously, we react to them every Monday. If there's any good segments during the week, we can do it this week also. Appreciate y'all.